Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart, I'm Victoria with the Lion Soul Tarot. Welcome Aries to your October general message. This will be for all Aries placements within your birth chart or wherever you have first house influence. I highly encourage you to watch both the general and love reading. The love reading will be provided below, as well as my North and South Node series. This is an eclipse season, so it's so important to get familiar with your natal North and South Node. I also have a spread on my website and a couple new services that I'm providing, including birth chart analysis, synastry chart readings, transit readings, all that good stuff. I have a natal moon return. It's a monthly subscription, or you can do it as a one-time, or you get in touch with your natal moon return, because guess what, you have one every month, and it's so important to connect in with your moon sign, especially during this grand trine that we're experiencing in water. We'll talk more about that, okay? And Aries, this is a highly potent time for you. Libra is your opposite, so feeling into this Aries North Node, this Aries Chiron, we're going to really dive deep into this for you. This is the culmination of knowledge and everything that you've learned up to this moment. We'll talk more about how you can express that, and maybe when or why or how, you know, who, what, when, where, why. And yeah, this full moon is really going to be that culmination of wealth of knowledge that you are learning, and maybe felt like you had to sacrifice something, but trying to reframe it as an offering of sorts is what I'm hearing for you. So we'll dive into a little bit of astrology here, and we'll pull some cards. Let's get into your reading. Why, hello there, Aries, and welcome to this space. Thank you for trusting in me. If you're new to my channel, thanks for finding me. Thanks for clicking on the reading, cross watchers, or if you just so happen to click on it. Hopefully this message will help you and guide you through these times we're experiencing on planet Earth. Whenever you find it, just know it's meant to find you. Although we're talking about significant astrological events that are happening now, it doesn't necessarily mean that it might conspire for you. Of course, the energy is gaining momentum, especially for Aries and Libra, considering we are experiencing the end of this cycle, right? Aries North Node, Libra South Node. It doesn't matter if these are not your natal placements. It does matter, though, to get familiar with them. So check out that series below, as well as my eclipse supportive playlist, where you can find that lunar solar eclipse reading. On my Patreon, I have solar eclipse in Libra. The lunar eclipse in Pisces reading is on Patreon, as well as all my extended love messages and the post-eclipse reading that I'm going to do here. It should be uploaded within the next couple days. I'm going to feel into this full moon in Aries. Okay, we're going to talk all about it in some of these direct planets that we're going to talk about here and now, but we'll go into more detail there, okay? Because this is big. It's going to feel a lot bigger in November, but I feel like this is the culmination point for you, Aries. I keep hearing that word. So full moon on October 17th in Aries is, again, the final marker of this eclipse cycle. And we're going to be exiting into North Node in Pisces. So wherever you have Aries in your chart, just know that this Chiron in Aries, North Node in Aries, has definitely been influencing you to step up to the plate to some form. Sun in Aries compared to a North Node in Aries is going to be expressed very differently. Okay, so the North Node is an evolutionary process. It's usually the point in our chart that we hopefully gain some knowledge about, and we evolve into the qualities of those signs. And also not avoiding the South Node, right? It's a culmination effect here of all the placements in your chart. But Aries Sun, say you have an Aries Ascendant or Moon, you can learn a lot from your Aries North Node folks, because again, the Sun in Aries, or say an Ascendant in Aries, is going to express itself differently. So you are now being asked to step into the more positive qualities of your sign, and also integrating some of the negative and learning from your experiences. Saturn is now direct, finally. Are you feeling that momentum picking up for you? Hopefully you are. Of course, there's always kind of a wonky in between, especially with eclipses. There's a bit of wonkiness going on, especially with all this water energy that fire is not really always compatible with. So having to sit with your emotions and the deep well of emotions that's coming up for everyone around past Libra South Node, past relationships that maybe you felt you were over. It can feel like a lot. Okay, so I understand, Aries. It's okay to cry. It's okay to have emotions. Okay, I have an Aries North node and I have some other Aries placements in my chart, and I love you, Aries, but I know it's time to really step into the evolved qualities of your sign, because every sign has both, right? Much like most things that are reflected in nature, in life, there's this duality, this dance between the light and the dark, the shadow, and we can't avoid either end. But there's a deepening here. And maybe that can be challenging for some of you. Maybe you've really been feeling it. You know, Saturn is still in Pisces, although it is direct. It's in your 12th house. You know, this is what's hidden, what's you've been hiding from, you know, what you've been avoiding. And now it's like surrender. It's okay to surrender. It's okay to embrace this water energy. Also, where to give water in your chart. If you do, that will be very helpful for you this month. We have Pluto direct, although it's still in Capricorn, it's looking at your 10th house. You know, again, this is your soul's mission. Also, Pluto can bring a level of crisis around your career, your achievements, your soul's mission. There's going to be shakeups and stirrups naturally with eclipses, so it's not going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. And even if you are a spiritually evolved person or you practice what you preach, you're still going to be faced with some level of challenge, because it's meant to teach you. You're meant to continue to grow. We are all forever students. It doesn't matter what you do, how you look, what you have. We have to humble ourselves during these times, especially given the state of the world that we're in. We have to start to outreach, and that's what you're going to be doing, okay? Once Pluto steps into Aquarius next month, and we'll talk more about that then, on November 19th, it's going to move into your 11th house and it's going to stay there. So again, we're in the middle of a big transformation. It's a 20-year cycle approximately. Pluto stays in a sign, and it's been going back and forth for quite some time. And finally, it's making up its mind, and Aquarius is going to take the stage. And I personally feel like there's a huge revelation. Aha, Uranus meets Pluto. This is pretty remarkable, and it can also be very erratic. And Pluto itself is very erratic, and then you add Uranus to the mix. This is why we're seeing so much happening, so much solar activity, solar flares, solar storms. This is also something I'm going to talk about in the post-eclipse reading that you'll find on Patreon, and I think I might do some on YouTube too. So just subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date when I post that in the next day or two, okay? I feel that it is going to be kind of like going through a birth canal, much like eclipses feel. But when you add this Pluto and Aquarius, you know, Pluto meets Uranus, man, it's intense. And again, like I was about to say, which I'll expand on more, we're going to get into your reading here, is we are having massive solar flares. You know, people are seeing the aurora borealis, and what a beautiful sight to see. And if you didn't know, let's talk about physics a little here, is that those colors, those are gases. Earth is very protective, right? There's this protective shield, and Earth will prevail. We might not, but Earth will continue to survive because they have this balance with nature and flow. Of course, humans can disregard that, and again, power, struggle, dynamics, and greed, and these things we're also having to reflect on personally, because we're seeing it so clearly now in the grand scheme of things, is that as if we're in more of a flow and state like the Earth does, this is literally the sun attacking the Earth, and guess what the Earth does? It creates this beautiful painting for us to witness and see. So the message there that I'm sensing for all of us is finding beauty amongst chaos. Pluto meets Uranus, because there's going to be a lot of that coming into the new year. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. I think that there's going to be a lots more revelations, and also we're going to see a lots of shifts in the way that this Earth is dancing with us and along with us, if we choose to dance with it in harmony. You know, so we're being called for community, especially you. Pluto in Aquarius transits your 11th house. So this is very much about outreach, network, community, helping, being of service. And you can't really do that, Aries, unless you're being of service to yourself. So if you're not there yet, it's okay. take some time to really harmonize Libra, right? This Libra influence for you is in your 7th house. Any Libra month or any Libra placements are going to highlight your 7th house. They are your opposite. There's so much to learn in October. Again, culmination. We have your full moon in your sign. This is massive, okay? And also Mars in Cancer is in your 4th house transiting. It's going to go into Leo, which will be very beneficial for you, a fellow fire sign. But until then, it's in the 4th house. What's hidden? You have a lot of this 4th and 12th, 7th. Okay, there could be a lot coming up around family, friends, partnership, work. Who are you, Aries, and what are you doing to benefit yourself, right? Give to self so that you can therefore give to others in a more authentic, right? Evolved Aries, right? I heard messages for you. Honor the path. Yes, honor the path, shedding relations and surrendering. You don't have all the answers, and that's okay. And then I got the song Fire Starter. I feel like that's that full moon in Aries, and depending on where you are, Fire Starter by Prodigy. It's an old 90s tune, and it's very much Aries. For me, Prodigy in general is very Aries. And it says you're a fire started, twisted fire starter. So this is also about how are you utilizing, again, the qualities of Aries that's in your chart. And are you learning how to temper and control that fire? Venus is going to go into Sag, temperance, patience, balance. The fine art of dancing with the flames. You know, any fire sign has so much power and creativity and potential and confidence, but it can be overly exerted. Like we said, you are learning about the shadow side of your sign and you're seeing it very clearly, and it might feel like a smack to the face for some of you, but if you are really doing the work and sitting with yourself and having patience and being curious mainly, you can learn how to utilize this fire energy and become the fire starter in a very, like, I'm seeing efficient way, right? And then I saw or heard pain and pleasure, pleasure and pain, and inflicted, I heard, and then start now. And then I got be the change you wish to see in the world. Yeah. So if you've been, or someone else has, right? These could be talking about people around you too. This is testing you, right? 7th house Libra is, if you're constantly saying, well, you're doing this and you're doing that and you're wrong and I'm right, and that's the way it is, it's a time to point back at yourself, even if you know you're right. Libra South Node is asking us to know when to pick our fights, and also Aries North Node, Aries Chiron. Know when to pick your fights and know when to surrender. You don't have to justify. You don't have to prove yourself. All you have to do is prove to yourself who you want to be and how you want to show up, Aries. That's all that truly matters. And as you do that, more partnerships will come to you with flow, grace, and ease, and you will be able to make an impact on this world, because we need you now. Okay, we need you, Aries. Just like all the signs, you all play such a huge role in the way that this is gonna look, is what I'm hearing. We're gonna take a deep breath before we get into your reading and clear the energy, so take a deep breath with me. Relax into this reading. Again, I just gave you a lot of knowledge, right? And you take with it as you see fit. Okay, we're ready. We're ready to do your reading. Yeah. All right, you ready? Let's see what we're gonna pull from. I'm not gonna pull from that first. I'm actually gonna pull from, where am I being called for you? I'm actually being called to do the Avatar Oracle. All right, let's see, Aries. I feel pressure in your head. Are you feeling tension, headaches? Just know, again, these solar flares, this solar activity, look into it. And I'm actually going to provide links for you guys because I've been feeling it, you know. And if you've been wondering why the F am I feeling so off, what's going on in my body, I'm going to provide you some links if you believe in that kind of thing. It's science, it's real, it's happening. We are at the peak of the sun cycles. Like every 25 years, I believe, is we have these massive peaks, solar storms, solar flares, and 2025 is the peak. So we need to start to understand this, that we are energetic beings and that we are electric. We are all frequency, and we are very much affected by these solar storms. It's not all woo-woo. This is actual science here, people. Okay? You might be noticing, again, power outages, things shutting down. We'll see in 2025 what kind of effects it will have, but we're also just witnessing it in the storms around the world. Massive storms, massive hurricanes. So we're witnessing it. This isn't just conspiracy theory. Let's put it that way, right? This Aquarius energy is wake up, see it, feel it, and stay aware. No need to be scared. Stay informed. Listen to your body. What is it telling you? Okay? And I'll link the solar flare readings below where you can get more understanding about what's going on with the sun. The sun is definitely speaking to us. And this is natural. It's not unnatural. It happens, right? Starseed, yeah. You might be feeling again the contraction and the expansion. Next month, Jupiter will go retrograde. And we'll talk more about that next month, but we are in this expand, contract. And I feel like for you, it's all about how you utilize that fire. Because you are a gentle, again, look at that. We all are made of stars. We all come from the same matter and dark matter that the whole universe is made of. This is exactly what I was talking about. And you see the cord and how electrified this is. So we have to be mindful of staying hydrated, eating properly, sleeping when our body's telling us to sleep, alkalizing the body. Okay, because it's a very acidic type of feeling, especially Pluto and Aquarius. Again, Pluto meets Uranus. Aquarius is electric, it's lightning. So we have to hydrate, eat right, sleep right, or we're gonna start to feel a bit off balance. You are a highly sensitive being, and that's okay. You know, I remember back in the day when I would say that, I was almost triggered. Like, I'm not sensitive. What are you talking about? Huh? You know, and it's like, no, actually, it's okay to be highly sensitive and in tune with the earth and nature. And it's actually a really good thing. You know, we forgot as humans, you know, we are neatly very primal beings. We're animals. Let's remember that. We're not robots. Right? We're not meant to just work all the time and be exhausted and have pain in our body and health issues upon health issues. Yeah, naturally the human is going to experience limitations, but we don't have to be the martyr or masochism, you know. And Aries, you can definitely struggle with that. You know, those are the shadow parts of you. Maybe that's what you're working through, is that it's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to feel. It's okay to feel, Aries. What else for Aries? Show me the truth. Aries, what do they need to know, Aries? Aries, please show me. Creative spark. Yeah, there's that. Electrifying. I feel like this is coming through for you for that full moon in your sign. So again, if you've been feeling like you're not paying attention, it's time to pay attention, be authentic, take away the mask. And below that mask, you see this fire. I see this as Aries, like this is your external mask. Below that is this watery side to you. This is that star seed that is actually below the mask that you wear, right? You know, I'm fine. I'm not sensitive. I can do this. I'm fine. Everything's fine, you know? Normally when people react like that, you know, as a friend, or imagine if your friend said that to you. You'd be like, that's a crock of shit. Everything is not fine. Just be honest, right? Be authentic. So you could be even saying this to someone else. Maybe you're lighting a fire for someone else, or again, for you, right? Depends on where you're at. All right, let's pull from the tarot. For Aries, yeah, everything doesn't have to be fine all the time. Usually when we keep trying to tell ourselves that, we're ignoring something. Our body's trying to tell us something. And again, we have to go be more in flow with the earth and the cycles, because they're going to continue. you know, and we can be the change that we wish to see to support that change, right? To support this process and be in more flow rather than fighting upstream all the time. All right, Aries. Aries, what do they have? What are their messages for this time period? What are the messages that Aries has, my Aries collective? What do they need to know to stay informed? What do they need to know, Aries, my Aries viewers? What are the messages for them at this time? Angels, guides, allies, ancestors, ascended masters. One more card for Aries, please. Aries, what do we have for them? Please show me the truth. Okay, yeah. Stay curious, yeah. Speak your truth. Stay curious about the past. There are things that we're all wrapping up naturally. South Node in Libra, we are at the end of this cycle and we're being asked to look back a bit. Also because Pluto went back into Capricorn, we're also looking back for you. You're looking back at your 10th house. This is Saturn. What kinds of limitations have you experienced? Where have there been setbacks? Where have you now witnessed those setbacks as opportunities to grow? And where are you now going, right? How are you going to show up in the world and to your friends, family, networks, community? Because the time is now to address those things, especially around you, people around you that are not good for you. Or again, these could be self-limiting beliefs within yourself, things that you've held on to survive or to be protective or protect yourself and shield yourself from the real you that's below there. And now you are embracing that, or Spirit's advising you to embrace these more sensitive qualities, because that's where the creativity lies and that's where the growth is when you can strip away the masks. This is that Chiron in Aries right now, North Node in Aries, again, evolving into the heightened awareness that Aries' potential and maximum efficiency can be. And you have to be very honest, open, curious. Page of Swords is my student card, so this could be studying. This could be, again, understanding and observing and witnessing rather than reacting as much, because you are healing. You could be getting an apology from a water sign, or this is you getting help from someone. Could very well be a water sign, doesn't have to be, but this is a Capricorn, Scorpio, you have Virgo, Aquarius, Gemini here, Libra. Yeah, right in the middle is this Three of Swords. It does not have to be a negative thing to see this card. This is healing, especially with the Page of Cups next to it. It might be simple, it might be small, it's not going to be something that's going to just happen overnight, but this full moon is a time for you to release. Full moons are all about releasing this especially, and I'm going to clarify this. Scorpio, Capricorn. So this could be happening in Scorpio season, where you are noticing and observing the devil within or around you, right? It's that simple. I don't say it's that simple, but I think with the Ace of Swords here and the Six of Swords, it's very obvious. Page of Swords as well. It's very obvious, at least within your mental space. This is something that you're going to have some revelation around with the Ace of Swords. You know, this could be anything around your past. Again, Libra South Node is about past relationships of all types, especially family, okay? Because that's where that deep-seated belief system, and now, again, Saturn going direct is like, what have you gained from those experiences? Saturn is now direct, so we have to move forward with action. Why is this devil here for Aries? Yeah, justice. Yeah, see what I mean? There's this Libra influence. That solar eclipse in Libra, if you haven't watched the reading, it is in that playlist below. You could have been overcome by greed, constraints around money in general. And it's saying to not be so possessive over something, or again, lack of originality too. This is about surrender with the Four of Pentacles. This is Capricorn as well. You could be dealing with a Capricorn who is materialistic, greedy, power hungry, or these could be things that you're observing about yourself. These are self-focused readings, so it's good to take from all aspects, right? Because Aries, you're being called into the evolved qualities. Again, I keep seeing that, the evolved, you know, the culmination of this Aries influence in your life. and how it's worked for you and against you. And also, if you're not familiar with your birth chart, and say you're only familiar with your sun, your ascendant, your moon, you can get a birth chart reading with me. We can dive deep. Check out my website, okay? Because it's very important to get to know your birth chart. You are way more than your sun sign, although it does take up a big part of your personality, those top 3, right? For you to evolve into those Aries qualities, the heightened, like North Node Aries qualities, you could see the other parts of your chart that will help get you there, right? So this is about releasing. I like this 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Releasing, greed, control, obsession, hoarding, holding on to things that you damn well know need to go. I need to go. Exit stage left. Exit stage left is what I'm seeing. And it's maybe someone is trying to apologize to you, and maybe that helps, right? But doesn't mean that you have to necessarily take them back. It could be an apology that comes in from air. We have water, Scorpio strong in Libra. But, this will bring in truth, clarity. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Cause and effect, balance, fairness, accountability. I see that happening here through this pain that you've endured. And if it doesn't come from someone else, this is you giving to yourself enough to feel justified, to feel like it's time to move on from the past. 6 of Swords. This is an initiation to calmer waters, and it's a choice, Aries. Okay, this is Aquarius, so this could be happening, right? You could be really stepping onto that boat and moving to calmer waters, literally moving for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. It's just initiation, like being pushed, right, into more balance. It's a 6, so it's balance. Again, Libra, justice, balance. Where have you been giving or overextending yourself due to, again, greed? This could also just be survival instincts. Staying with people or staying in relationships where you were just based off of survival. Again, now it's time to be more authentic and understand that it's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to be open, and to be able to express your emotions in relationships is so healthy and important. It does not make you weak or less of your Aries self that you are, okay? It actually makes you way more powerful than maybe you realized, okay? So the Aquarius influence here is suggesting when Pluto goes into Aquarius that you might feel a bit more peace, especially when Mars goes into Leo. It's going to allow you to move. 6, move, right? It's going to give you more of this positive influence with Mars and Leo, because Leo is a fellow fire sign. So I feel like this is what you're seeing now. The devil is being witnessed. You realize there are unfinished chapters that maybe are just meant to be unfinished, and that's okay. There are certain things that we are not going to have closure for, and that's a part of this South Node in Libra, Aries North Node, is that we have to move on. We can't just try to fight and prove our point and create harmony where it's not meant to be created, right? We get to choose to move into that 6 of Swords and to find peace for ourselves. Some people are not going to be able to come along with us in that 6 of Swords journey. You got to be mindful of what baggage you're taking as you go, right? Because the more baggage you got on that boat, on that card, it showcases, I'll show you, all those swords, right? And they're piercing that boat. So the more swords you take with you, there's a chance that that boat might sink, so you have to tread lightly. You have to tread lightly on your heart too. 3 of Swords, Page of Cups. Even this could be like apologizing to yourself for how you treated yourself or allowed yourself to be treated. Giving yourself the love that you maybe never received from someone in your life, okay? All right, Aries, I love you. Let's pull from the Astro Tarot deck to see what potential signs you could be dealing with in love. We're going to take this over to the love reading, and I highly encourage everyone to watch, even if you're not in a relationship. It could just give you some more wealth of knowledge on experiences of people around you that you're learning from right now. Especially with the death showing up here, 3 of Swords. There's very much pain still surrounding your energy. Doesn't mean that you're feeling it every day, but it could be just coming up. So the love reading will be below with all those other links, the songs, the solar flare readings, how to nurture your body during these times and into 2025. And make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, comment below your placements. I'll be doing that post-eclipse reading, talking about your full moon. We're going to pull some cards for all the signs in that reading. And on Patreon, we'll do the extended love. So if the love reading does resonate with you, you can find all the extended messages on Patreon. Aries, what signs is Aries dealing with in love, in relationship? Again, this Libra influence is all about relationships. 7th house. Aries, what signs are they dealing with? Please show me. Aries, what signs are they dealing with? Aries. Earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. These could be parts of your chart. Like I was saying, parts of your chart. Aquarius. You could have a Earth moon or Aquarius moon. You could, or they could. These could be transits as well. These could be time markers. So Earth months, Aquarius season, February, right? Also Capricorn we saw in your reading. That's January. Maybe that's when you finally really step out of that devil, surrender, release. Also Taurus is May, and we have Virgo season, which was September. Okay, let's see what other signs, transits. I do transit readings as well, where we look at the current transits with your birth chart. It's a 6-month transit reading. You can find that as well on my website, and email me if you want to book a reading. All right. Aries, what signs are they dealing with? Aries, what signs are they dealing with in love? Aries, please show me the truth. Angels, guides, allies. Aries. Aries. Venus, so that's Libra and Taurus and Sagittarius. So this could also be talking about Venus and Sag, which is coming up here mid-month. There could be some shifts around this love dynamic when Venus goes into Sag. And that also will be very beneficial for you. We're going to have a lot of this water and fire. Woo! Eruption. It will be good for you though. Again, Mars is going to go into Cancer in November. Venus is going to go into Sag. So just know by the end of the month and into November, you will feel a little bit of relief. But it's right now is the time to dig deep into the waters, the depth and awareness, especially around this relationship. It seems to be of importance here with this influence showing up. Okay, so join me for the love reading below. You'll find that link. If this is where we part, bye for now.